Hello! Today we'll learn how to create a list. Lists are extremely important in the system. Basically, we present the data, all the documents we have in the system on the list. So if I'll show you this absences application, there is a list here of the absences of the all staff. So you can see we have these columns showing that the status, for example, of the application here of Pratt Bethany for the annual leave, and then the dates and who is approving and modifications. So the lists are very, very important. Now, how to create a list like this? This is what I want to show you. So we go into the back office in here, and we have two options of create a list. We can basically go into the lists and press new list and start creating a new list. Now we have to decide on which form we based on absence, and now you see this triangle here that we have to add columns. So if I add at least one column like employee, and let's add another column of for example absence type, then I press save list. We have this list here now, new list, and we can quickly see what's on it. So at the moment we have just created two columns of the employee and the absence type. Now if I go into the lists like we prepared before, a list of absences, you can see that it's again based on the same form, but we have all these columns already set with different conditions. Now, how to create lists like this very quickly? There is a feature in our system. So if I go into the forms and I want to make a list based on the absence form, then I just can go in here and make create list based on form. Now, I want to do it, create, and you can see that there is a now new list of absence created, but the difference is that we have straight away all the columns added from this form. What I just want to do, I can some of the things quickly delete from here. Let's say I don't want to see a request date, so I can remove it, and I don't want to see any remarks, I want to remove it, but some of the things here could stay. However, I want to maybe move it somewhere, so the workflow history is somewhere here, but status maybe here, icon maybe at the beginning, so you can easily move it. And also what you can do, you can, for example, switch off some of the columns like maybe approver and this workflow history. And now if I press save, you can see what's this absence new list. This is the automatically created show list. Okay, you see it's different now. We have some columns with we have moved them, but the good thing is that it's straight away added. Now I'll go back to this main list of absence we have already done before, and I want to show you some features. Sorry, not here. Absences. I want to show you some features you can do on each of the columns. So besides switching it on and off, you can go inside, for example, a modification date, and in here, in appearance, there is a responsiveness. So at the moment all these columns are responsive, so it means that on the different screen they will look different. Maybe I'll just duplicate the and I'll show you this list again. All right, and on the tablet it would look like this, right? So we have this view of different columns on a smaller screen. Now, if I go further, you can see it's changing, but because they all responsive, so as long as I go down, they all will start disappearing, right? Okay, so I'll switch it off, come back in here and have a look what I want to do. In the modification date, I want to have it always hidden. You will see in a second what's changed. But as an employee, I would like to have it always visible, same as absence type, always visible. Now, if I have it set like this, then press save. I'll go back to this list and reload. What you can see now is it's changed a little, but in here I have this modification info, which is always hidden. I can still have it on my list, but I don't want to see it. And if I now change to the mobile view, right, okay, you can see that I have this here to open this modification info, but if I go down now, these two columns, employee and absence type, set to always visible, the system will try to even make them narrow but still keep them visible. You can see that? But as long as I go up, like for a tablet size, then more columns are here appearing, right? So this is how you create lists, but also what's important to see that there are other things you can do with it. For example, the icon here has the width of 40 pixels only, but the status itself has none. So how it looked on the list, that this little column here is very narrow because it's only 40 pixels, but we designed it like this because we don't want to have it large, as it's just an icon. The other good thing to show you is that with the icon especially, we removed the name. In here it's just a space because the system requires something. So a little space with no name, but on a status you have the name inherited from the document, but you can still change it here so you see the difference. Now if I save list and go back in here and again reload, now you can see I have changed the name of this column, but this one has no name as we wanted to have. I guess it explains how to create a list, how to play with it, with the look, with moving very quickly columns and switching them on and off, with also possibility to set responsiveness. Thank you very much for watching. You can check other tutorials we have of creating documents and forms and processes in our system. Thank you very much.